Welcome to Phoenix Business Exchange, Bella's Corners edition on this fine 16th of October. Fall days coming around, isn't it? And we're going to get some words of wisdom from Mike. Mike, go ahead and share the screen.
Great. Thank you, Bernie. Morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I came across this video. You might have seen it already. So I'm just going to play it for you for the education this morning. It's to serve your well-being, to start your week off on the right foot, so to speak. And we might go through it twice because it goes very, very, very fast. Okay, let's see if I can open this up.
Hello there, traveler. Riddle me this. I am desired by kings and peasants alike, but used so carelessly by all. I am measured, managed, wasted, always moving, never stalled. I grow forests, tear down mountains, I move stars across the sky. I exist throughout all the vast of space. I am present, I can fly. I care not for your status, your achievements, or your dreams. I am finite to all living things, but forever includes me. Where I'm going is tomorrow, where I've been is history. I'm a concept grasped by simple minds, but to science a mystery. I am measured by the moments, I am counted by bits of falling sand. I promise to never promise more than what is presently in your hands. I am time, the riddle solves itself. I'm impartial, I'm unfair. I am divvied out in unknown lots to each person's total share. Now the true riddle, my dear traveler, isn't how to cheat more time, but on how to use your precious lot of moments to its prime. For those who only chase tomorrow will find it cold and grey, but those who make the present count live lifetimes every day. So not exactly a riddle, more of a reflective thought I'd share. I hope you find it interesting. And as always, be safe out there.
I hope you found that interesting. And that was meant for just to really just brighten up our day, start our day. Maybe there was an insight or two in there that you kind of reflected on, that you kind of understood. Yeah, so that's it for this morning. And if you want to rise in life, do the difficult. Thanks, Bernie.
Mike, thank you so much. And folks, I'm just going to post into the chat our LinkedIn Live post link, so you can put your contact details into the chat there also. And so we're going to do our introductions, and we're going to start off with Josh. Are you available, or?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
3 times,
yes,
and we
I'm
know you're
available.
safe.
Nice. Yeah, I'm watching the road, folks. So, yeah, I'm Josh Lamb. Sterling Grace Tech is my company. I'm on the road right now on my way to a client site. Sometimes technology doesn't cooperate with Phoenix Business Exchange. So here I am, still trying to meet up with you guys. And I guess technology does cooperate with Phoenix Business Exchange. Thank you, Zoom. Thank you, 5G. So yeah, so we're a small business IT support company. We also do software development. A piece of that is web development. So we do anything from supporting you with my printer's not working all the way up to my server just blew up and I need a disaster recovery. On Friday, we had a church website that we host who was a client. They had their website hacked, and it's because their website control panel also manages their email. All their email passwords got changed, so nobody could email, and their website was redirecting people to phishing sites. So I basically delegated our experts to fixing that, and we cleaned up that website. We got all the hacker code out of it, and we got everybody back into their emails. So that's one example of the kind of stuff that we help with. We make sure that your websites are safe and secure, and we make sure you know how to make your technology make you money. I'm Josh Lamb from Sterling Grace Tech. Thanks.
Josh, thank you so much. Eric, over to you, sir.
Good morning. Eric Sonego from Eric Sonego Professional Group. We're accountants and management consultants located in Canada. We work usually with individuals who find their taxes complicated or are businesses inside their personal taxes and they need help. And we do like what I've done in the last week or so, corporations, year ends, and corporate taxes and that kind of stuff. 30% of the time we spend arguing with CRA, which is an up from 5% of the time, which was, I would say 10 years ago, it was 5% of the time that I spent with CRA. Now it's 30% of the time that I personally spend with CRA. So I don't know, is it exciting? Yes, it's very exciting. Do I get off on that? I don't think so. So my job is to spend less time with CRA and to make you behave better. Thanks.
Eric, you pleasure palace you. Shane, are you available, sir? And here we go. Go ahead, Shane.
Hey, Shane. Production Health and Performance. I'm the chiro physio and massage guy for you guys going forward. Real exciting. We just finished the GLAD program, which if anyone knows about GLAD program, it's a program that was out of Denmark, research proven to help with osteoarthritis. Now, osteoarthritis does not have to be labeled on an x-ray. It can actually just have by clinical symptoms, day-to-day activities, clinical data, range of motion, all that stuff to actually be diagnosed. That obviously it's usually an older age group that we're working with here, like 60 plus, but it can be lower down, especially if you've had traumatic injuries, ACL tears, reconstructions of the knee, anything like that we can help with. This program is basically for knees and hips, but it's basically an exercise program. You kind of come in. There's also a lot of education with it as well. And it is certified and noticed by the hospitals who do send us patients as well for that. So we're one of the only ones in Stittsville, Canada area that actually do this program. And a lot of times you can find funding for it too with your insurance, or if you're coming from the hospital, so that they will refer you out there. And then it is paid by OHIP, but not everybody is paid by OHIP. You have to check it out to make sure that it's covered with that. But anyways, we're doing that now. It's a 6-week program. You're doing it twice a week. And they really have great data for going forward. And we have 2 of our practitioners that are certified with that, myself and our physiotherapist, Neha. So if you have older population that's, stopping to move because of pain in the knees or hips or something along those lines where they might need a little bit more help, please tell them about our program as well as our company and clinic, because we also have that laser that's really good for arthritis as well. I'm Shane Bayless, Production Health and Performance. What separates us from the rest is that we see results.
Shane, thank you so much. Mike, over to you, sir.
Great, thank you. Morning, everybody. Mike with Full Stride Coaching Program. The Full Stride Coaching Program essentially supports entrepreneurs on focusing on what's essential with their employees' well-being and their performance at the workplace. In today's world, human resources is still a number one concern in most, if not all, businesses. And why is that? Many reasons, like a lot of people are still not dealing with the called COVID hangover, and too much just going on all at once. And so that way they can't focus. And so regardless of the rationale, most employees are having a hard time just simply focusing at the task at hand. And they even having a hard time just showing up at work. This can affect their well-being, which affects their performance at work. So the Full Stride Mentoring Coaching Program supports these employees and helps them keep focused and helps them keep centered in what is important, improving their well-being at the workplace and even in their private life, which will result into great results for the individual. So a good referral for me today is a leader, business owner that wishes to notch up their employees that are suffering from and not being at their best for their well-being and the performance at their workplace. So Full Stride, serving your well-being.
Mike, thank you so much. Greg, over to you, sir.
Oh, good morning, everyone. I'm Greg Hollander. I'm with Keller Williams Integrity. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. It is getting a bit cold out there. I know quite a few of my clients are asking me about their furnaces and whether it's a good time to get things moving on that front and whether they should be covering up their AC. To each his own, but it's that time of the year when you start thinking about those things. I work with seniors and with downsizers to help them. Seniors and empty nesters to help them downsize. And I work with a whole bunch of third-party services to make that happen. I'm not just here to help you sell your home. I'm here to help you help you sell your home in an easy fashion and make it as pleasant as possible. Again, my name's Greg Hollander, and I'm with Keller Williams Integrity. Thanks.
Greg, thank you. Greg, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Dwight, over to you, sir. Dwight, you're not coming across sound-wise.
Yeah, come on.
Now you're on.
I'm good now. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Dwight from Taste Sweet Life Catering. Dwight and Nicole. We basically do catering. We do banquets. We do small venues for clients, and we specialize in creating Caribbean vegan cuisine or plant-based cuisine. This past weekend, we were at 2 venues. We were at the 613 Flea, sold out most of our offerings. And yesterday, we were over in Carp at the Carp Fairgrounds, again from 10 till 4. So it was a pretty busy weekend, just serving up some of our delights in that. So we'll be, I guess, hopefully just relaxing this week to prepare for our venue again next Tuesday, I believe, with Phoenix. And just bringing all new dishes into our creation at all times. So Taste Sweet Life Catering, vegan cuisine. Thanks.
Hey, Dwight. Carl, over to you, sir.
Good morning. My name is Carl Richards. Essentially, what I do is I help subject matter experts, be they coaches, consultants, financial professionals, real estate brokers, who don't understand how this whole thing works, or they want to get into the space, but maybe they're not tech savvy. We not only help them get their podcast launched, but we also help you be seen as the go-to expert, so you can stay in your zone of genius while we're helping you do that. I was listening to a webinar last week, and the woman who was presenting it was really coming across to the people who were listening as being the expert, but sharing a lot of misinformation about what's going on in the podcasting space. That's actually going to be the focus of my talk next week. I believe it's next week I'm speaking. If you're not sure if what you're hearing in the podcasting space is real or fake, feel free to reach out and have a conversation. Podcasting is alive and well, with listenership doubling over the past 5 years. So let's see if it's the right fit for you, your business, your brand, and a way to elevate your credibility.
Hey, Carl. And Sam, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Suris, connectedcars.ca. There's my contact information in the chat. My specialty is dash cameras, electronics in cars, but also do things like oil changes and brake jobs. And like Greg mentioned, temperatures are starting to go down. So it's time to start thinking about putting on those winter tires, believe it or not. And this is a time to book your time for that to get done. I accept specific times for people, so you don't have to sit in line at a lube shop or something like that to get those tires put on. I can do it in an hour and nice and comfortable, and you don't have to sit in line. So if you're looking for that, come me a call, or you know someone that might, give me a referral to get those things done come the end of the month and in early November. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of a new vehicle, and lots more.
Sam, thank you so much. Susan Ebbs, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Bernie. Good morning. I'm with a company called Melaleuca.com, and we help you detoxify your home by getting those nasty cleaning products that are containing all sorts of chemicals out of your home so that you can breathe and not get diseases like lung disease. And a lot of our children nowadays are getting this ADHD and ADD. So the product I wanted to highlight today is called Tub and Tile. Comes in a big bottle like this, which you then dilute down to a fancy spray bottle, which you can now use. It's called Tub and Tile, and you can clean your whole bathroom with it, actually. Tubs, tiles, countertops, toilet seats. It's chlorine-free cleaning, and it replaces things like scrubbing bubbles. So it's a diluted product, like all of our products are. So a little goes a long way to clean your home and make it nice and sparkly. Thank you. Susan Ebbs, melaleuca.com.
Thank you, Susan. Tanya, over to you, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Tanya here from Beyond Safety Compliance. You know how in a lot of workplaces, people will gather in hallways, maybe after a Zoom call, say, hey, can I just talk to you? And they will talk behind people's backs and say, oh my gosh, how did she do that? Or I don't agree with that, or all this kind of thing. What I do is I help people understand what healthy conflict looks like so that a lot of people can get into more productive types of interactions rather than allowing things to fester. I wanted to let you know that I have a course coming up on integrity, which is all part of having a healthy workplace. And I'll put the details in the chat, but the early bird registration ends this Wednesday. Thanks, everyone.
Tanya, thank you so much. Jacqueline, over to you.
Oh, good morning, because I know we all took a long, deep breath and we lifted our shoulders and we took them back and we dropped them down and we thought, we want to meet Lisa, who is the 8-time Canadian long drive national champion. Golf. Did everyone put away their golf clubs? Say no, because there's still time. There's still time. And when I'm speaking to my clients, they say, Jacqueline, there's so many things I want to do. Includes more golf, which means I may have to relocate to another space. I said, well, before you do that, have you figured out how you're going to pay for going to another space? Because when you're talking about relocating, not with the long drive queen, if you're looking to relocate to, I don't know, Panama or Costa Rica or Portugal, make sure you've got everything in place here in Canada. So when you're looking for strategies to make sure that your vacation is connected and funded by your mortgage money, call your mortgage honey.
Jacqueline, thank you so much. Tracy, feel free to give a description of what you do and put your contact details in the chat if you like. You're on mute though.
Can I? Is that
Yep.
Is it good now? Okay, that's great. Hi everyone. My name is Tracy, and I'm the owner of the Polywood Pet Spa, and we're in 5104 Canada Avenue. We do own kind of dog and cat grooming. So we do own the dog breed and own side as well. Our store only open like for about almost 5 months. But our groomer is very experienced, and the most experienced one is have 16 years experience. So like if you have dogs or cats, you can totally trust us because we take care of your pets like our own pets, and we do a lot of like anxious and aggressive dogs as well. I can show you guys in one of my if anyone can see.
Yep.
So like some cute pictures of my customer. Okay. So we are in Canada Lakes. That I can see like there's a lot of people that live in Canada. So we are close to each other. So hope to see you at my store. Thank you.
Tracy, thank you so much. Tony, you're going to do your intro and you have something to share.
Yeah, I do. But first, I wanted to just tag on what Tracy was doing because I acquired a dog about just about a week, just over a week ago, and I wanted to show you a little bit about how Stella looked when I got her. It was a rescue dog from Montreal. She was with a family that just couldn't have time for her, and when I first saw her, I thought she was a sheepdog, but she's actually a golden doodle, and it's never been groomed since birth, from what I understand. They've never any time to groom her, to do whatever. On the day I got her, she looked like this. And then I took her to Tracy, and then she looked like this. So she's just been a whirlwind of joy for our family. And I thank Tracy for doing such an amazing job. And she was so gentle on Stella. It was just great. All of the welts and the matting and everything else she was able to take care of. And I thought it would take her like 3 hours to take care of Stella, but it was just under 2. So she's fast, but she's so gentle. They really do know what they're doing. So I want to thank Tracy for doing such an amazing job on Stella, because she's now a new love for our family. And yeah, she just a bundle of joy, you know.
Yeah,
So thank you again.
No problem. My pleasure.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that. Yeah, as far as I go, I'm a medium, clairvoyant. I'm the spirit guy of the group. And one of the things that we had a class recently, where we talked about the aura. This is the field, this energy field around our body. Now, there are people that can detect this aura, but they could see auras around anything. They can see auras around a lamp, around a chair, around just about anything. But the human aura is a little different because it has a electro and magnetic field, and it's much larger. And so when we have a healthy aura, our body is always healthy because the aura and the body are one of the same. When the aura starts having some issues, and what that means is that you're worrying about something all the time. You think you're not enough. You think that you don't belong somewhere. It actually puts little holes, and I see holes in auras, and people feel less than. They feel heavier. The aura, when it's healthy, makes you feel lighter. And so that's what I do. By the end of this this meeting, Bernie, I want to give away a free session. If somebody can give me a number from 1 to 14, that person will win a free session with me. It's an hour and a half long, and we talk about getting you healthy. So if I can pick Susan Ebbs, give me a number from 1 to 14.
12.
12. Tanya. Now, Tanya, you won the free session, but you can't gift this to somebody else who you think might need it or whatever. Okay, so thanks a lot, everybody. And just to continue on, I asked Bernie if it was okay if I put a little bit of an education moment in there, because we have upgraded your e-cards. And now, just for the benefit of Tracy, what an e-card is, it's an electronic business card that all Phoenix member has, and we are exclusive to this for this group. So every single member has an e-card. Now, I came on this with my phone as well because I wanted to demonstrate what it's like to have your e-card in such a way that if you are in a supermarket, or if you're somewhere where somebody wants your business card, then you can do that. Now, here's the average iPhone, what it looks. This is what my iPhone looks like. And I always carry my own e-card profile with me all the time. So it's under my browser, under Safari. So I'll just hit that. And this is my profile, and every member has one. And all of the members have their own QR, and it's this baby right here. So I'll just expand this a little bit. So if somebody says, oh, I'm looking for a medium, do you have a business card? And I'll just show them this. Then in that network event, they just basically can scan it, and then it's on their phone. All right. But what if I get something like, oh, I'm looking for an electrician, and I know we have one in our group. He's actually presenting today. And where we normally would have gone for this, if you go down to causes and helpful links, there's a Phoenix logo there at the very right-hand top corner. So I'll just hit that Phoenix logo. This is our old way we used to do it. So this has every member of Phoenix on this. So I chose Alex because he's one of the top ones. And I can just sort of punch his electronic card there. And if I press contact, I'll be able to get Alex's e-card just from the bottom there. There's a link where it says Vice. I'll just hit that link and presto, there is Alex's e-card profile. Now, that took about 4 or 5 buttons, and I had to know where I'm going to get all this. And so many people were asking, Tony, do you have Mike's e-card? Do you have Dwight's e-card? I'm looking for Greg's e-card. And so what we did was, we're going to make this very simple. Now, every single member, if you look at the where your normal Phoenix, right underneath it is called the QR deck directory. And we made this very fast. In other words, when you punch that, we now have every single member with their QR all in one place. So if you're looking for an electrician or an accountant, a realtor, a contractor, it's all simply right here. And whoever you are looking for. So let's go back to Alex, because that was the thing we had. And we just simply make that a little bigger. And here you go. You could be at a trade show, and if somebody says, I'm looking for a catering service, I said, okay, I know where Dwight is. And in seconds, you can transfer that referral over to this person very quickly. There's no guessing. Now, if you want to get Alex's actual profile, like everyone will have, just punch or tap the QR code. And as soon as you do that, there it is. And we all have this. All right? So hopefully this will speed up a lot of the anything. Just stop that share. So hopefully this will speed up the way that we do and way that we could transfer our businesses over to other people. The best part is I have everybody's business card on my phone. In other words, if I'm anywhere, I can get Sam's e-card literally in under 5 seconds. Just by pressing the QR directory, you go through it and it's right there. It's all very, very fast. But the best part is everybody has mine. So everybody has yours, everybody has mine. And so that's the whole idea is that if you're somewhere, instead of going to the old way of going through it all, just press the QR directory. Okay. Thanks a lot there, Bernie. Hope this
Sorry,
helps.
Tony, quick question. Can you put that as an app or an icon on your phone?
It's already on everybody's phone. I've already put it there. It's already there. Everybody has already have this QR on their profile. If you look at your QR, your e-card profile, just go down where you see the QR directory, and it's there. Everybody has it.
No, but I mean on the phone itself. So I could just look at the phone and see the QR directory and just press it and automatically get it without.
Well, we don't have control of your phone, but we have control of your profile. So if you want to get it could be anybody's profile. So if you can bring up Mike's or Eric's profile or whatever, the QR code is all in there. So if you don't have that, just simply go to, do you have anybody's profile on your phone, Mike?
Yes, I do, Tony. What I'm talking about is if I'm on my phone and I'm at an event and somebody goes, I need an electrician, I go, I got a guy, Alex.
Yep.
Do I now have to go through the website, find the Phoenix website?
No. You just got to go to your own e-card profile.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your own e-card profile.
Got it. Thank you.
You can find your own. You just go halfway down and you just press the icon with the QR directory, and then you have everybody. We have over 40 members, including all the e-card members, which has personal training and other things. And this way you can find somebody very quickly.
Understood.
So,
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Perfect. Any other quick questions, you can let me know. All right.
So, Mike, the quickest and easiest way to make that happen is just take your card, either tap your phone if your NFC is active, or scan the QR code on the back. It'll bring up your profile, in which case it's there, and just leave it open, and it'll open up in your current browsing directory. It'll make it easier that way. So that'd be the fast, quick way of doing that, launching that app.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
only thing about that, Bernie, is not everybody has a card. In the beginning, we sent everybody an actual physical card. I know Sam has one, you have one. But as people were started to leave Phoenix, 80% of the cards we never got back.
Okay.
They lost it or whatever. They never used it. So any new people, we just hold on to the cards. And besides, I don't use the card that much anyway. I mostly use the virtual, the QR codes. That's the most useful. I haven't used my card in over a year, and I have 1,200 hits this year. So we found that the physical card was more cumbersome. But this way, if you have your profile on your browser already ready to go, then it's there. But if anybody wants more information about this, I can show you how to find your own profile, and then once it's on there, you can find everybody.
Tony, thank you so much.
Thanks.
My name is Bernie Fransgrote, Creative Insight Consultants. We do connections between businesses, and basically add another circle of influence to cross connect you. Also, to pipe into that, there is also the World Referral Network. Free to join. Links in the chat. The beauty of that is you have access to 1,000 people, and it's global, and it's based out of BC. I'm going to stop talking because our presenter's up next. Alex, over to you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Good morning, everybody. Let me just share my screen. Can everybody see my screen?
You got her up.
We're good.
You're not in presentation mode, but your screen is up. You're now in presentation mode. You're good to go.
Okay, great. All right. Well,
that looks good. Yep.
We're good. Good morning, everybody. My name is Alex from eVolta Electric. We are Ottawa's low carbon electrical contractor. So what that means is we have a team of electricians, a team of apprentices, and we go out and we find projects where we can help people reduce their carbon footprint currently in the Ottawa area. So we focus on low carbon emission projects, and what that means is we'll work on projects such as EV charging solutions, electric vehicle chargers for people's homes, for workplaces, for hospitals, schools, government buildings. We also get involved with energy storage solutions, and this is essentially a big battery either inside the building or on the outside of the building, where we can store electricity, store power in the event of a power outage, or potentially use off-peak electricity, if you like, and use it in on-peak time. So we're just using cheaper electricity that way. We also are involved in building automation and smart homes and LED lighting. So anything that can reduce the carbon footprint. We're also, of course, we do general electrical work as well. So that's light switches, plug sockets, all that sort of thing. And where required, the Electrical Safety Authority will certify our installations. For example, on electric vehicle charging stations, they need to be certified by the ESA. So our business, we've divided it into 4 sections, really. It's EV chargers, which is a big part of our business. We're seeing a lot more electric vehicles come into the Ottawa area. It's not like last year. We're actually seeing stock, and often people are getting told their EV is months away, and then they get a phone call and say, oops, your car's ready. And then we get the phone call saying we need to put a charger in. So we do EV charging solutions, both the level 2 chargers, which is the chargers you have in your home, and the level 3 chargers, the ones that you see in the gas stations on the highways that charge up your car in sort of 20 minutes or so. We also do installations in workplaces, in residential commercial buildings as well, car dealerships. We're also involved in energy storage, as I said earlier, battery storage solutions and smart panels, which sort of falls in line with the building automation element as well. So HVAC, LED lighting, smart panels, and of course, general electrical work. So why do we do it? Why are we looking at EV charging and sustainability? Well, a big part of the reason why we started Evolta was because of the government goals. And a big part of that is by 2030, which actually isn't very far away, 75%, apparently 75% of vehicles on Canadian roads will all be electric, which means they'll all need to charge up at some point. And by 2030, the plan is to have 90% of all new vehicles sold in Canada to be electric. And reaching these emission targets, the electric vehicle, the switching to electric vehicles is a big part of reaching those emission targets. So people don't want to charge at their 120-volt regular plug socket because that takes about 3 weeks to charge up your car. They want faster charging, so we do the level 2s, the 240-volt system, and we go around to people's homes, businesses to install those. And also a big part of it is the price of gas isn't getting any cheaper. And we noticed there was a big lack of support and information surrounding EV chargers, particularly when people go to a car dealership, they buy their electric vehicle, the buying experience is absolutely great, right up until the point they need a charger where the salesperson doesn't know anything about it, and they're sort of lost at sea. So we've partnered with a lot of the dealerships in the city, and we're helping continue that excellent customer experience right up to the customer having the car brought home and charging in their garage. We work with a number of partners, manufacturers, network providers. Here's just some of them. You may be familiar with Wallbox or ChargePoint or Siemens or Tesla. This is where we work. Typically, we are expanding. We got big plans for expansion, so we're going to start spreading out towards Kingston direction. We also work on solar projects. And as I said earlier, LED lighting opportunities. And a big part of all of our major projects is government grants and incentives. The government provides funding for various projects for LED lighting and for EV chargers. So that's a big part of what we do as well. So let me just take you through the process. So perhaps you meet somebody that wants an EV charger. What actually happens? And many people don't know what happens. So what we do at Evolta, we will have a brief conversation with the customer, understand their needs. We'll then go and visit the site, their house, their building, whatever it might be, and we'll do a site survey. So we'll understand the electrical requirements, the capacity going into the building, and we'll come up with a plan for the customer. So say, for example, we go to somebody's home, we'll measure the distance from the electrical panel to where they want the charger installed, and we'll provide a quote. We'll source all the permits, we'll do the installation, and if other services are required, like trenching, we need to dig channels in the ground to take the cable from the panel to, say, a garage way down the other end of the driveway. We can do that. We'll put together all the system certification, user training, arrange for the ESA to come and do the certification. We'll submit the invoice and we'll do recertification if required. Things we need to consider when we're considering an EV charger is where is the charging port on the car? Because if the charging port is on one side of the car and you want the charger installed on the other side of the garage from where you park, it doesn't really make sense. So we have to start with the basics. We need to understand what kind of charger the customer wants. Do they want all the bells and whistles? Do they want to be able to charge it directly from their phone and control it with their phone and that sort of thing? We need to look at rebates, electrical permits, how fast you want to charge. A big one is how much room is available on your electrical panel. Do we need to upgrade the panel? And also the budget. Budget's a big part of it, and also get the charger installed before the car arrives, which is just avoid some problems. We typically use for our level 2 charging a product called Wallbox. It's a European manufacturer. It's a great little EV charger, super reliable. Got the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth connectivity. You can use your phone to turn it on and off, which means you can use the off-peak electricity to charge up your vehicle, so you're not spending on the more costly electricity. And it's a great product. They also have excellent customer service, so our customers have been really happy with this product. We can supply different chargers as well, but this is our main one. Whoops. Yeah, and we said remote unlock and lock, so you don't have people coming into your garage or the side of your house to help themselves to your electricity. And we've got all the bells and whistles, all the bits and pieces to set that up for you. So in terms of more about eVolta, I mentioned earlier about energy storage. There's going to be something coming in the next year or so called bidirectional charging, which is whereby you can use your car to charge your home or provide power into your home, particularly in a power outage, because essentially what we will be doing is we'll all be driving around on big batteries on wheels. So bidirectional charging is something you'll probably hear more and more about in the coming months and years. It's not quite there yet in terms of the technology, but it's certainly coming, something to think about. And it's something that we will, as eVolta, become involved with. LED lighting, a big one. We're working with a number of government entities, hospitals, schools, installing LED lighting in a number of buildings. The government incentives are significant. The cost savings are significant. I mean, a hospital we're working on at the moment, in about 3 years, the hospital will break even. And in year 4, they're going to be saving millions and millions of dollars every year on their electricity bill. And there'll be less heat in the building as well. So it's a win-win. They've, yeah. And we're working with the hospital at the moment, getting 8,500 light bulbs swapped out there for LED lighting. We also do general electrical work. So what does that mean? That's doorbells, light fixtures, that pesky switch that turns on the wrong light that you didn't expect to turn on. We do ceiling fans, circuit breakers, bathroom fans, all the general electrical work. But just quickly, and probably one of the most important slides on the presentation here is our values. So we've built this business based on respect for our team and for our customers. We want to deliver innovative solutions, guarantee system compliance, ensure safety in everything we do, be the best at what we do, which is why our Google reviews are 5-star and they're increasing every week. So we're being the best at what we do, maintaining the highest levels of integrity and social responsibility. And we're dedicated to the safety and best practices and first-class customer experience. So that is me, and right on time. Thank you.
Alex, thank you so much. Are there any questions for Alex?
Yeah, I have one.
Go ahead, Mike.
Thank you. Alex, I live in a condo and we're taking a look at, future initiatives or what have you, EV stations and what have you. The concern right now, before we get into too much detail, is the possible risk of fire because of the batteries. Do you have any concerns about that, or is that still something that's being, investigated?
I think you make a really good point about fires, Mike. I mean, the technology is improving. It's not the way it was sort of 7-8 years ago. And I think with the technology and the fact that most people in Canada, I think, live in condos or apartment buildings where fire is a big concern. So I think in terms of the manufacturers and the technology, I wouldn't be concerned about that. I think the biggest challenge for condos and apartment buildings is charging everybody's space, making sure that everybody's got access to a charger. I can talk to you about that because we have options. If you guys are looking at it, I was meeting with an organization last week whereby they can provide charging stations for condo residents for $149 a month. And that's it. And that's pretty revolutionary. In terms of because of what I think the situation in condos and apartment buildings is exactly that, is providing electrification for all those parking spots. And I think that is the tip of an iceberg that we haven't spoken about in this industry yet, but it's a huge thing.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll talk to the board, and if we're on that initiative, I'll talk to them about your services, and if we go any further at this time, I'll reach out to you.
We've done a lot of site surveys. We could do a scenario for you. We've worked with a number of property organizations in the city, Inside Edge Properties, for example. So yeah, we'd happily do a survey and provide some advice and guidance should you wish.
Thank you.
Carl, and then Sam.
Yeah, Alex, I don't know if you have much insight into this or not, but being the professional, I thought I'd ask. I'm a Tesla owner, and of course, always looking for superchargers, especially when I'm in Ottawa. And I had an interesting situation last week where I pulled up to the Bell's Corner superchargers, and 6 of them were out of order. Not out of order, but were being serviced or whatever. And I know there are not a lot of chargers in the Ottawa area. So do you have any insight as to how quickly we're going to see more chargers, West End or other parts of Ottawa, and serviceability, reliability of them being available?
That's a really good point. And I think that's a bigger point is, you know, we go to the charging station, or we go to the gas station, for example, we don't expect the gas station not to have any gas, right? Whereas
Exactly.
you go to the charging station and maybe the charging unit has been damaged or dropped or whatever, and you can't charge your vehicle. In terms of scalability and how quickly that's going to happen, I think that's largely due to the funding, the government funding. Once the funding happens in tranches, so every 3 months or 4 months, the government will release some cash to get these things funded. So I think we're beholden to that in terms of the speed, in terms of how quickly that will get done. In terms of serviceability, there are a number of apps you can use, and you can check to see if the charger is serviceable, if it's working or not. But yeah, it's a very, very real problem, and quite frustrating, especially if you're down to sort of 10% and you can't charge your vehicle. But yeah, very relevant. So I would personally, I'd try and use the apps to see if they're working or not, because a lot of the network providers now will actually provide information on whether the charger's working.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Sam, over to you. Last question.
Alex, thank you for your presentation. I don't know if you answered this question before or not, but 100 amp service, can you put a level 2 charger on a 100 amp service?
Yes, you can. Yeah, we do that very often. Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Just don't run your microwave on the same circuit. All right, folks, I'm going to spin you along here. Alex, awesome presentation as always. I'm just going to share some information. You can subscribe to the Phoenix YouTube channel. And things that we're looking for, if you have any of the following services: alarm provider, either for home and auto, travel agent, appraiser, event planner, life insurance, landscaper, gardener, house cleaner, gift basket company, photographer, legal firm, family business, or family law or corporate law, sign maker, swag and promotional goods, sales, men's and women's apparel, plumber, and or a mobile hairdresser. Maybe even someone that does managing grooming pets. Yes, that's a ticket. I'm going to share the screen quickly, and just to show you upcoming events. See something coming live. And the first little red square you see is Dave's Monday. So you should have talked to Dave ahead of time to book time with Dave. Today's a little late, but next Monday you can book time, and Dave will share some of the best slices of meat you probably can ever have. So that's kind of an important thing to remember if you want to do a BAM with Dave. BAM being a business activity meeting. That's a one-on-one meeting or one-to-many meeting with folks. He's got some training with Moving to Heal, 10:30 to 11:15 today. Hey, nothing's happening tomorrow. What's going on? Moving to Heal with Penny Lee once again, 2 to 3, and then in the evening, 7 to 8. Penny's back at it again. So if you've been visiting Dave, and you know what, I've just realized I didn't put the rest of our schedule in here, so I'm going to have to add our Phoenix sessions in for Wednesday and Thursday. So if you're confused about what channel to use, it's the same one you're using today. Penny Lee podcast Jumpstart 10 to 4. So if you want to know more about podcasting with Carl, click on that link. It'll lead you down that path. Tune in with Tony on Friday, 1:30, and that's where you just get that mellow yellow feeling and get great as rain. And if you missed that point, you can always meet on Sunday morning and get the chair yoga with Jacqueline. And then the following Tuesday, we have a Moving to Heal class from 10 to 10:30, Mix and Mingle 6:30 to 8:30, and that is at Eric Perron's location on Engel and Volkers on Somerset. And then we also have a graduate thrivers event happening on Tuesday evening, also at the same time. And full moon on the 28th, and also Heartlink Network, and that's with Susan Ebb's groups, and they're from 10:30 to 12:30. Stop the share. And so just also give you some updates, stats referral wise, we've had 417 referrals, 405 BAMs. And again, a BAM is a business activity meeting. It's where you're meeting with some folks. Total business done with members. Now, these are year-to-date numbers. Total numbers of dollar value spent between members is $219.9 thousand worth of business. So that means internally we've bought from each other. That's a fair bit of information there, a fair bit of traction dollar wise. Now, just to keep us a little more on track, we're gonna do, hey, what's been going on in your week? And Mike, I'm gonna start off with you.
Great, thanks, Bernie. Alex, pro presentation all the way there, and we'll get back to you. And Tracy, welcome to the meeting this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a great way to create a great visibility for yourself, and which will turn in and result into referrals. Have a great week, everyone.
Mike, thank you so much. Eric, over to you, sir.
Great presentation, Alex. My wife tells me that there is an electric car in my future. I don't know. I don't know if she's right or not, but what usually when she forecasts things like that, I think they happen. And Tracy, welcome to the group. I hope that you give us a good through, because we are an excellent way of networking with the business community. What I'm doing this week, I just been back from the Southern Ontario. I had to visit a sister that is sick in the hospital, and I had to accompany my wife to a conference. So, and I took work with me that never got done, so that I have to do it now. And that's what I'll be doing this week. I will also be paying for my Phoenix fees because it's fourth quarter, and the rest is history, I think.
Eric, thank you so much. Dwight, over to you, sir.
Bernie and Alex, thanks. Can you hear?
Yep, you're doing good, sir.
Okay. Alex, thanks for your presentation there. As I mentioned earlier, it's more a recovery this week from our two events this past weekend. We have just a meeting that I have to finish off with Suzanne, and hopefully get an order through. And that's all we have for the upcoming week.
Thank you so much. Josh, over to you, sir.
Folks, Alex, thanks for your presentation. Very interesting. We're not in the world of EVs yet, but hope to be at some point. Last week was a pretty good week, busy week, doing some business with Tony, updating the SMS application for him so that he can do some new interesting things with it. And so I think that's going to be a fun little project. And we got to set up some BAMs this week, I think. And other than that, things are just kind of usual. So have a good week, everyone.
Josh, thank you so much. Who have I not spoken to from this group? Shane's gone. My list is shrinking. Sam, well, you're up next, bud.
Thank you, Bernie. First of all, Alex, thanks for your presentation and for answering my questions. Great information in regards to EVs and the supply of electricity for them down the road. I continue to advertise for Alex, give this pamphlet to customers whether they have an EV or not, and hopefully that's going to pay off for him. Speaking of Dave, Dave brought his EV over to me, bought a brand new Tesla Y, replacing his Model 3, and helped him put his seat covers on. And the same day, he furnished me with a box of steaks that we enjoyed on the weekend. So that worked out very well for us. And we had all our children were here on the weekend, and we enjoyed Dave's steaks for dinner. That's it.
Sam, thank you so much. Susan Ebbs.
Darn mute button. Hello, Alex, great presentation. It's very interesting seeing what the technology is developing and the concern of the charging stations. And my concern is what's going to happen when we're all with electric cars. Is the electric grid going to be able to handle it? So that I'm sure is being addressed when you're looking at these new projects. Business, oh my goodness. I had a session with Tony. Such an amazing process. His meditation, lots of work, personal work done in that call. So relaxing, great results. Thank you so much, Tony. I won that consultation from the last Mix and Mingle. Just amazing. What else do I have? Dwight, we have to get together and get that order placed. Deidre and I had a BAM scheduled. Unfortunately, she had business that she had to attend to, so we're looking to reschedule. Guy has product that he's supposed to be picking up, and I have ongoing business with Tracy and Penny Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So that is my presentation for today. Thank you.
Susan, thank you so much. Tanya, over to you.
Well, thank you, Alex. I'm so glad to see companies like yours out in the Ottawa area because, of course, you know, the faster we can get off of destroying the planet, the better we're all going to be. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing. I had interactions both with Ishmael and with Steve on my website, and I really would like to speak with Dwight because I'm going to be having a gathering in the near future, and perhaps he can help with some of the food supplies that I should be providing. So thanks, everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you, Tanya. And Jacqueline.
Oh, great. Thank you, Alex, taking us into the future. And I keep speaking to Dave, who's like, you've got to get one of these cars. Like, yeah, Dave, I'm on it. So I had a BAM with Deidre last week. That was fantastic. Great to see her. Love to see the newbies. Tracy, so great to see you here. And have a fantastic week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, don't forget to take a long, deep breath. Lift your shoulders, take them back, drop them down. It's only Monday.
It's a long week already and it's Monday. Tracy, what do you think of the meeting?
Yeah, I'm so glad that I know Tony, then he invited me in this group, and this group is very amazing. And I'm glad that to know everyone's here and what you guys doing for the business. And thank you, Alex, for your information. I have an EV car as well, and you guys trust me. It's worth it. It's really worth it. So yeah, so I hope that we can meet up sometime in the future, and I really enjoyed this group and everything. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tracy. Tony, how was your week?
Thank you, Bernie. Week's been off and on. I'm just sort of getting over surgery and stuff, so I still managed to do a number of things. I connected with Alex and his wife. We talked about his business and some other things. So thank you very much, Alex, for that. You have an amazing lady there, really, really amazing. So you learn a lot from a person's spouse and from the person. So that's awesome. Tracy, thank you very much for coming to the meeting. You can still come on the Wednesday and the Thursday just to get a feel for the other groups. Okay, some from the other groups are actually here too, but that's good. You can still come. And Susan, we did a BAM, and so I worked with Susan, and that was great. And so looking forward to continuing, Susan, because I have another one for you on the next time. Spirit wants me to do a little more work. So if you're okay with that, that's great. For Tanya, I got, you've got your when is your webinar coming? Because I had you down to attend one of your webinars. Is that coming up or?
So the next one is going to be December 20th.
Okay, that's
So
what I
it's a
thought.
little
Okay.
ways off.
Yeah, okay, no problem. I'll mark that down. And yeah, there was a little bit of a hiccup last time. I couldn't get in for some reason. Maybe it was what I was doing, but apologize for. But I tried for 15 minutes, and anyway, we'll try that again. Did some business with, or still doing business with Josh. He's working on our Phoenix site and a whole bunch of other things. I gave him a list. And Eric Senego, ongoing business with him. And Dwight, we're doing the Mix and Mingle later this month in October at the Ingle Invokers location. And if you have that time, I think it's the 24th of October, to supply us with some of your amazing catering and cuisine, that would be wonderful. All right, so we can chat more about that. And other than that, I had a great week. So thanks a lot, Bernie.
Alex, over to you, sir.
Hi, morning, everybody. Yeah, I had a good week. I went to the Ottawa Real Estate Investment Organization evening, and that was through a contact I made here at Phoenix. So that was useful because I met some property managers there. So that was really helpful. I bought some meat off Dave. I'll email you guys the dollar value of that later if you like. Of course, Bernie, we did the podcast, the Knack for Business podcast last week as well. And this week I've got the Mayor's Breakfast I'm looking forward to going to, see the owner of the Ottawa Senators, which will be good. And yeah, I need to get into some BAMs. I've let that slip, so I need to get some BAMs going this week as well. And that's me. Thank you.
Alex, thank you so much. For myself, I enjoyed a great session with Alex giving a talk about electricity and cars and stuff like that. And like we've had that conversation a week ago on a podcast. That worked out really well. Had a BAM with Carl last week. Did some referrals with Carl last week. Natalie from the Evening After Hours group did 4 referrals for her. And yeah, that's it. And so I'm just going to wrap up for the quote for the day. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. And that's from Fabian Frederickens. Fabian, I'll just leave it at that. We'll just call Fabian. Doesn't flow off the lips that